You're listening to the sounds of Salford, from the UK going out to the world.
Hi, good evening and welcome to Straight from the Fan's Mouth with Dennis Robbins Riley. How are you, mate?
I'm alright, mate. I'm alright. Just recovering from our great victory against St Helens.
Right, well, let me explain this to you.
Go on.
Willard's coming over
Yep.
and drinking again to excess.
Yep.
I got to the stage where I was turning back into an alky, so I've had to get off it. You know what I mean?
Well, there's only you can get off it, pal.
I know, yeah. So I had a day off it yesterday, went back on the tablets today, and boom, started again. Head's back in gear.
Good stuff.
Do you know what I mean?
Good stuff. Yeah, good stuff, pal.
So, what did you think of the game Thursday? I know it said Friday then. It was Thursday, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, we had done a bit of a show on thingy, didn't we?
Yeah.
I just thought we were superb. To be fair, I couldn't fault any of the players.
No.
I thought Waddle got his tactics right on the night.
Bang on again, wasn't he?
Yeah. We were the better team. Simple.
It was like it's like living in a dream world at the moment, being a Salford fan. Isn't it?
What is it though, Si? Because we were a good team last year, and we were only just getting beats last year.
Yeah,
if you think about it.
Yeah, we've turned it round.
We beat Leeds. You know what I mean? Last year, we beat Saints at home last year, 44-10 on Sky.
Yeah, we did, didn't we?
Yeah. So it's just that again, the 6 points thing. What slummed us down there?
That's it, yeah.
And not the confidence, you know what I mean?
It did not the confidence, and the season went a bit tits up at one stage,
Yeah.
They seem to have built from that now, don't they?
They have, mate, yeah, and you can tell it's a good camp.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard a bit of rumours about it kicking off over the weekend, which I can say
completely
to everyone.
put to bed now.
Yeah, that it wasn't. It was a bit of banter.
Yeah.
Blah de blah, that was it. It was a banter amongst teammates and Salford fan, whoever was there, I try to say it was a big thing, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
So get your facts right.
Yeah. Get your facts right. Don't talk bullshit about my players.
Have you noticed people are building bullshit because we're doing well?
Yes, they're trying to knock us down again, aren't they? Do you know what I mean?
Correct, yeah.
And we're not interested because we're up there now. We're one of the best. We're in the top 4, mate. Well, I don't care what anyone says.
We should be. I mean, we've set our own standards now, and we've got to keep them high. I mean,
we have got to keep them high.
We've got a game against Hull coming up. Which will be a tough game.
Yep.
Although they had a bit of a result against Warrington, a draw.
Yeah.
You know.
It just shows you how good we was against Leeds, because Leeds did Wigan, didn't they?
Well,
do you know what I mean?
I went at the Leeds game for circumstances out of my control. But I do believe we could have won that game.
Should have won that game.
You know what I mean?
Robbed out of that game. We was blatantly robbed.
But you come away from Leeds thinking, yeah, we could have won that. Well, years ago we come away from Leeds getting we're not even in the game. We're not even in the game, but now you know what I mean. Game. We're coming back from places where if we just got that little bit of rubber again, we'd have just done this.
Just done
that's the difference in it, Simon. You know what I mean?
It is. We just
then coming out there going, fucking hell, I'm not coming here again.
I'm never coming again. But you always go the week after, don't you?
Correct. But now we're on a different story. We're on a different level, and
everything's positive.
Everything is positive. You know,
I just hope they sign some more players on the new contracts tomorrow, because the day after they sign them, they always score, don't they?
They do, mate. Maybe that's a little tactic they've got.
Yeah, it might be, mightn't it? You know, well, let's get Robbie Lewis signed up.
Yeah.
He's playing
well,
great.
Apparently, according to the Rugby League paper, if I just give us a second, I'll find it. He
wants to be a devil, doesn't he?
He still wants to stay with us.
Yep. So
there he is, Robbie Lewis. Has exclusively revealed that in the League Express that he wants to stay for next year.
Well, we want him in
his long-term future. Now that's great. What you know what I mean?
We want him in. We want Sokanya.
We want players who want to play for us now.
Yeah.
Not players coming here for the money.
Yeah.
These players want because
play for the trophies, lads.
They know that they've got a good camp there. They've got a good team spirit.
Yeah, they've got a great team spirit, haven't they?
Do you know what I mean? And hopefully, I love Robbie Lewis.
I was the jury was out with him with me because last season he played with a lot of injuries. Didn't he? He did play with a lot of injuries. He was like elastoplast, man.
He's still got a niggly injury, but you know.
Yeah.
But it's up to Watson, innit, and the team whether the
things are good when papers like this are put.
Well, when you hear Gary Schofield, Two-Faced Gary,
yeah,
you know what I mean, turning around saying, get the champagne out for Marwan.
Yeah.
Come on, mate.
Come on, Schofield.
What a tosser you look.
You should have seen him when we played Castleford. He was giving it the large, mate. Yeah. And I thought to myself, you shouldn't have to do this, mate. Everyone knows who you are. You played for Great Britain. You was a good player.
Yeah.
don't talk shite, mate, because that's how you talk.
He's on the fence. Well, he's supposed to be on the fence.
He's supposed to be on the fence. He was like this, Castleford will hammer these today.
Everyone thought that, apart from the Castleford coach.
We didn't think that.
Obviously, but other people who think, it's Salford, same old. So this is a different Salford. If we can get a result at Hull, we're marching, mate. Because we'll smash Lee at home, and we'll beat Catalans who are slipping at home, which is a good sign. You know what I mean?
Well, I said that to you 2 weeks ago, didn't I? I said with Greg Bird being out and Jody Broughton, Greg Bird pulls all the strings on that team.
Well,
I know it's a nasty thing to say, but
Hardy's
get over your injury after the Salford game.
Yeah, of course. I mean, obviously,
you know what I mean.
Wakefield went there and beat him, so why can't Salford?
Salford will beat him, mate.
So that should be an encouragement for Ian Watson and his team to think, well, hang on a minute, if Wakefield can go there and put points behind him, you know what I mean?
Put 30 odd past him, didn't
Let me just was it 38? 38-18. So
that was a cracking win, that for
them. Of course it was.
No, not many teams go there and wallop
Ben Jones Bishop with an hat-trick as well, do you know what I mean? So good luck to Wakefield. I thought it was a good result for Wakefield.
I thought it was a great result for Wakefield.
So it should give you encouragement then.
Let's just deal it out one game at a time.
Exactly.
Let's just think of the whole game.
So we're going to Hull, going to face our old teammate Josh Griffin and Sneed.
I hope all the Salford fans will give them a big cheer.
Well, he's missing kicking at them. He's missed 2 kicks this season. Yeah, he's missed. So hopefully he's off.
It's not bad that though, is it?
Listen, we look after our own shit.
Yeah.
Concentrate on our own game.
Concentrate on our own thing. And like everyone's saying, it is going to be an hard game, but we are capable of beating them.
Of course we are.
I'd be shocked if we don't, to be honest.
Well, we'll have to, I'm positive.
I'll have to book my ticket somewhere, I think.
Yeah, get it on there. Get it on.
Phone them up and get up there.
I don't know if there's any places left on the coach though, but people just give them a ring and find out. Let's get a bit of support. I know it's a Friday night.
But you know
what I mean. So
I'm talking about support. Let me explain this one to you.
What?
It said there was only 3,500 at Salford against St. Helens. Never in a million years.
Where's that come from?
Official sources at the club, shall I say.
Well,
all I'm saying there was at a minimum of 4,000 plus.
Well,
so something's happening, because I don't know if you noticed, but it happened a bit towards the end of last season. Figures being knocked off the gate for whatever reason, I don't know, but it was being knocked off, mate.
I can only put it down to someone can't count in, you know what I mean?
Yeah. or a bit for them and a little bit for me.
No, I do know the answer, but I'm legally bound not to say anything on air, mate.
Right,
so
well, let's look at it
off air.
Right, well, let's look at it this way. They sold 4,000 season tickets, so obviously they count, don't they? Or do you have to go through the gate with it? I don't know.
I don't know how it works this day and age, mate. But the thing is, there was more than, in my eyes, there was more than 3,500.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to sit there and.
But which, I know the official figure, to be honest, but I can't really say. It was 4,876, right?
Right.
So where's your 1,000 plus gone?
I don't know.
Anyone who knows will know that I'm speaking truth now. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know. You're probably right, mate. But just let's leave it at there.
Yeah, we'll leave it there for the time being. Whatever.
We'll talk off air.
Right, after the game, I managed to sneak in the press conference again.
Sneaky? Yes. You don't sneak
I know,
in anymore.
I don't sneak in no more. Do I? It's great, isn't it? They all let on to me now as well. Hello. I've got my own special seat where to sit.
Have you?
Yeah. And I thought to myself, if we beat St. Helens tonight, last Thursday, I'm never going to move from this seat.
Oh, it's your lucky seat.
It's my lucky seat, yeah. You've got to have your own minute. And every time Willie, what's his name? Watson's assistant. Is it Willie Poaching?
Yeah.
Every time he walks past, we always shake each other's hands.
Oh,
got a bond now.
Leo, that's the name he's just dropped.
Hey, boom! Did it hit you so?
Yeah, did it?
Yeah.
Broke it.
I always go, I don't, Willie goes, I don't, mate.
Yeah. Well, they've just signed contracts as well, haven't they?
Yeah, they all signed them this week, didn't they? So it's getting stability in the club, and I'm liking the stability. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we're going to talk about something else on the next show next week when we find out if it was a rumour or if it is a rumour.
We can't really say that yet.
On my views of what I told you last night.
Yeah, I know, but let's not say that till anything official gets said at first.
Exactly.
Because I'm sick of spreading rumours and everyone saying, "Yeah, you pissed up dickhead." You know what I mean? We can't have it, can we, mate?
Have you got the interview there now?
I've got the interview here, right? But I wanted you to hear it first, and this is why there should be no women at rugby.
Must be delighted with that, Ian. Yeah, made up. It was.
Just let me go through here so I won't disturb you. Right.
Start again. Must be delighted with that. Yeah, made up with the performance. we spoke about how we needed to kind of get in the grind and the arm wrestle with these guys and stick at it and believe in kind of our processes, and I believe we did that really well, especially first half. I thought our defence was outstanding, and then back half of the second half there we defended our goal line really well at times.
Craig Kopchak got the try, made the break for the second one. He signed a contract a week too early, didn't he?
Yeah, he might have got him at a snip then, eh? Oh no, he's been good for us, Coppy, all year round, and last year him and George kind of were the cornerstone of our pack and held us together. The good thing is this year we've got people like Moose and Lama to be able to back them two up as well.
Tarzy seemed to take a bit of a disliking to Jack Owens tonight and give him a couple of big shots, didn't he?
Oh, there was a few shots going out around there today. Something we spoke about in trying to be a little bit more aggressive rather than sitting and waiting all the time for contact. And the boys took it on, and they come up with some real good efforts.
Ian, you spoke about wanting to sort of break the status quo at the top of Super League with this group. You sit level on points with the leaders now. How far can you go this year, never mind the long term?
Well, we won't get carried away with it. The big thing for us is about hard work and our process to get where we want to get to. If we kind of forget that process and what we're doing there, which is working hard for each other and grafting, then we'll lose sight of that and we'll fall away. What we've got to do is take week by week and have a real good focus as individuals and as a team and as a club in where we want to go and just stick with that process.
Is it worth asking what you thought of the referee's performance?
No, because I've been fined before, so...
Pleasing though that obviously go down the tournament, lose Lewis in the last 10, but yeah, you don't just sort of click on, you can go down the other end and score.
Yeah, it was a bit nerve-wracking the last 10 minutes, especially when we lost Robbie, because like I say, the game's in the balance there when they come back and they score and start to shift the ball. And I thought Gaz O'Brien did really well at that stage, because we sent a message out to him, which is difficult on the run to kind of organise numbers and stuff defensively, and generally he got it right more times than not as well, and it was something new to him that we'd thrown at him to look at, and he kind of managed it really well, to be fair, to get our numbers right so we didn't get broken down so easily.
What was the most pleasing aspect of the game for yourself?
I think the big thing that typified it for me was Flash's effort. That's kind of what we're about never giving in and digging in deep, and we saw that in the first half. We did that when arm wrestle went toe to toe with them and with their big middles, and we came out with the lead at half time. Second half again, we always knew they were going to come back in a bit of an arm wrestle and stick it to us. It was about us making sure that we had a real focus to hang in there and what was next for us.
It's been a good week for the club. Obviously you've got your new deal and big players signing as well. It's sending out a real positive message backed up by what the fans have seen tonight.
Yeah, it's like I say, it's moving forward as we would have liked it to as well, and like I say, we just don't want to lose sight of the process we want to get to on that. But what we want is we want to bring spectators in. We want to fill the grounds and have a load of Salfordians in here and supporting us and singing us to victory.
They make plenty of noise, don't they, when they turn up?
Yeah, there was someone said something to us the other week about how like the shed, myself, Paul Young, playing at Salford, and the shed was kind of banging when you was there, and it was real deafening. I always remember the start of the games, me, and you kind of come out, and Greg tipped me up and he said, make sure you say what first set you're going to run with before you get out on that field. And my debut game, I didn't do it, and I went outside and I was trying to call it, and nobody could hear a word I was saying, and that's kind of the atmosphere that we want to create when we're coming in, playing here at the AJ Bell.
You had to do a bit of reshuffling. You lost both Yonkers at one point. Were you getting worried at that stage?
To be honest, no, I didn't. Thinking back, I didn't really panic on it. I just knew Flash would go in there and he'd do the job for us. He handles it. He's brilliant for us. Flash. He's a big player for us, mate, and he does a lot of work that you don't see on the field, off the field. He's a great professional, to be fair, for us.
And Todd Carney's come in. Have you been pleased with the response to Louis and Dobson?
Yeah, I thought Robbie started the game really well. He was brilliant, I thought, at the beginning, and then obviously we had the knock to Jono, so we had to shuffle Chris out onto the wing, Rob Louis into the centre, which luckily we'd trialled last week at Widnes, and Todd come and fitted in the halves. And to be fair, they tried to spot us up a little bit on that edge, probably thinking that they did not work together, but they did really well, Todd and Robbie and Chris Wellham on that edge.
Just Dobson here, you talked about Dobson's game management in the build-up this season. He's added tries to it tonight as well.
Yeah, no, Dobbo's been brilliant. He's been first class for us this year. I think he's one of the standout halves, to be fair, in the league at the moment, and his performances are showing that. And he guides us around the field really, really well, and he controls kind of the game speed for us. And it's something we spoke about in the second half. We probably fell away from it a little bit in the second half, to be fair. When we had the lead, we should have started finding more of the corners and finding the touchline a little bit to control the speed, but we fell away from it. But only that small section. Everything other than that, all throughout the